Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanded Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. Folks, let's go and get to Karen Travis's next book in the Republic Commando series called True Colors. Now in this, the Republic Commandos are trying to track down Kaminoan scientist Koshai to see if she holds the key to stopping their accelerated aging process. Now, I don't really know how to pronounce that Kaminoan scientist's name, so if you said it, a different way while reading the book, forgive me. But let's see, what did I think about True Colors? Well, you already know, I already revealed myself and told you what I thought about the series. That I didn't really like it that much because of the love story relationship, which actually someone nailed it on the head in one of the past comments, said that felt more like fan fiction to me, Matt, and I totally agree. It felt like fan fiction and it felt like garbage. But let's get rid of that. Let's look at this main storyline here. I actually loved the idea that they're trying to stop their accelerated aging, because free-thinking clones on their own, which is what these Republic Commandos were, they probably would be thinking along those lines. Like, look, I'm not going to live forever. In fact, I'm not going to live past this war hardly. And so going after the Kaminoan scientist to see if she can stop their accelerated aging was a story thread that she added through it that I actually really liked. Overall, like I said, the romance of this part had basically tuned me out, but I wanted to say something. I know the past few episodes, I kind of dogged on Shatterpoint, I dogged on the Karen Travis's stories, and I have also dogged on Clone Wars Stealth and Gambit, which no one seemed to mind, which I knew you wouldn't. But anyway, it felt really good to have some people agree with me. Why? Because that means I'm right? No, it's just that I thought I was the only one that felt that way. Seriously, online, folks, I was the minority for not liking Shatterpoint and the Republic Commando series. There are people who put the Republic Commando series on their top, best EU books of all time, and that's fine. Like I said, I believe I'm still in minority here. It's just that one focus just got me, just ticked me off, turned me off of the whole series. Not to say there aren't some good stuff in there. And then Shatterpoint the same way. I didn't really like it as much, but there's a lot of people who also love Shatterpoint, and for good reason. Now, here's one thing I need to say. Even though there are going to be some books and some comic books that I don't really like, that are very popular, like Shatterpoint, like the Republic Commando series, I still feel that if you have not read them yet, you need to decide for yourself. And that's very important, because it's all nice and good and say, well, you know what, I like Matt. So far, all the books he's told me to read, I have read and I have loved, and the books he says are garbage, I'm going to believe him. I'm going to take it as word. Never take me at my word. Even for Dawn of the Jedi, which if you think that's a fantastic book, you really need to tell me, because I think it's garbage. But if you think it's good, hey, good. I want to hear good things about it. Someone actually approached me for, Red Harvest, and said, actually, Matt, there's some actually good things in there. I was like, well, yeah, I guess when you look at it that way, but still, I didn't like it. Now, I'm glad people like these unpopular books or popular books that I don't like. We don't have to like the same books, but I think we should all try to read it. Honestly, give Republic Commando series a try. If you agree with me and you don't like it, fine. Then you can join my ranks of the very small minority. If you read it and go, wait a minute, Matt is just making too big a deal out of this. This is actually a really good series. Great. Great, that's awesome. I don't want to discourage anyone from reading these books. Remember, like the first time I ever did this series, what was it, Dawn of the Jedi? The first book I ever reviewed, I went, I was like, oh gosh, is he just going to hate on the EU? Because I'm the defender of the EU. Yeah, I can defend it all day, but I can honestly say that there are some books that I do not like. And some of them, like the Republic Commando series, like Shatterpoint, are very popular. But that does not mean that you get to skip over them because Matt said they weren't any good. who cares what I think, all right? Well, obviously, or you wouldn't be watching this video. But honestly, if it's something you haven't read and I gave it, a thumbs down, you may want to put it to the back of your book reading list. But if you hear other people saying, hey, yeah, no, you should not listen to him. You should read the Republic Commander series and decide for yourself. I second that. Wholeheartedly, you should do that. So don't be discouraged by any books that I give thumbs down on, because there's been a few already the past few episodes, and there will be more in the future. Of course, I still have, 3 or 4 more worst ever books to go over. And don't worry, after it's all over, I'll make a top 10 list of worst and best. But just because I don't like something doesn't mean you shouldn't read it. You should always give every ebook a try, a Star Wars EU book a try. And, that's just the point I wanted to make. All right, folks, that is all the time I have for now. I will see you next time with another video.